episode of Raging Out in Clash. My name is Jen, and I'm here with SK.
Hello.
And what are we going to talk about today? There are a couple more events that we didn't get to talk about last time, so we'll talk a little bit about this time. Clan games have started, so, we're super excited about that. We're going to definitely talk about that. We're going to talk about how some of the changes in the recent update have started to affect our clan. Just with the CC changes, with the recruitment tool, kind of stuff like that. And we haven't talked about our minis in a while, so we will talk about those as well. And I do not have a cat fix stupid. So if you have one, SK, we will have to hear that one at the end.
Very well. Okay, so do you remember the first thing that you said?
Events. I think that we talked about the giant event that had gone on last week, and right now the event that just finished was a Super Minion event.
Mm-hmm. And that was the one that I said that I don't need to unlock, and people can donate to me.
Yeah. Our Town Hall 12 actually asked me the other day, should I prioritize my war troops or should I get my minions up so I can donate super minions for war CCs? I'm like, focus on your own war troops first. I said,
What level does the super... I'm confused because I don't know. Oh, they go up to 10. I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So at level 8... is when they can be unlocked at Town Hall 12. So he said, okay, I'll focus on, I'll do this other army first, and then I'll get them near the end. So it was kind of funny, because, it was nice that he was, thinking about war CCs and stuff. But, for him to get them, it really doesn't pay just because he wants them in his CC. So I have to get them anyway because there's multiple people that I put them in their war CCs, and for him to get them just to put them in my CC, it's not really worth it for him. Like, he should be spending that dark elixir, on a different troop if he wants. So
does that then apply to me in that it's not worth it for me to get super minions because you want them in your CC?
Because I got told I'm not getting any dark elixir troops because I'm saving all my dark elixir for my pets. So I've been getting super minions for the last how many weeks, and you have been getting nothing.
No, I did ask if you wanted me to.
I don't even get Inferno babies in my war CC anymore because I'm not. All my dark elixir is going for my pets.
Well, I am in a position now where I have some surplus, so you may have a super troop of your choosing for your CC, should you wish. Would you like me to have one?
No, okay.
Because there is only one slot, because super gobs are pretty much permanent for, a good couple of months. So there is only one slot, and it might get taken up by the wall breakers, but I don't know, this war we've got bases that are open, still got gaps, so I might not need them. But there is one slot available, Jen, if you so wish to have some super troops.
We'll see. But anyway, the Super Minion event, I believe, was 10 attacks, which was absolutely perfect. I donated you yours in your CC. I think you were just going for the Town Hall, if I'm correct, and dropping the CC. Or...
Well, with the Super Gobs, because I was farming, I just had to make sure I picked bases whereby I could get the Town Hall with the Super Goblins, and then just drop the CC. But sometimes I forget to drop the CC and I'm like, I particularly took this base because it had Town Hall near the outside, and then you forget to drop the troops. So, yeah, it is different because I'm not used to thinking, okay, I need to do the event in my CC. Normally, I'm used to doing an event whereby the troops that I make do the event.
Right.
So I'm kind of in control of that. And yeah, the whole waiting for you to give me a supervision.
Mm-hmm.
Took a while. That's why sometimes
You did complete it though. You completed them.
I did, yes. They gave you, what did they give you? A super potion?
A super potion. Yep, we got a super potion for it, and
see, so therefore, because you helped me get that super potion, I'm willing to spend it on whatever super trip you would like. See, it comes back, you know. It's like
so you're not even using dark elixir.
I'm using a potion. Well, I don't need to right now, but if you so wish, I would spend a potion on you, Jen.
I will. You save that potion for me, because there's gonna be one more I'm just gonna call potion, and I'm gonna want.
Well, I need to have a slot. Just remember that.
Right. I ended up using Flybrid, or my own kind of version of Flybrid, with bats, and I'm still kind of using it now, and I quite like it. I just about didn't finish. I had one attack left to do, and it was late at night, and I was just ready to go to bed, and I think I was using super goblins as well, and I think it was just get the town hall, drop the CC, and that was it. Like, it was over quick, and then I woke up in the morning, I'm like, did I dream that I finished, or did I actually finish? But I did, because I got the potion, so I was happy.
It was attacks, wasn't it? Not stars. That you had to do. You had to do 10 attacks.
Yeah, it was 10 attacks. It was nice. It was a short one. That's the way they all should be.
Well, just remember, they used to not even be 10.
Well, yeah.
So,
what else do we got? Clan games.
Well, no, there was another event. There was another event, but you didn't get a reward, but they reduced the spells.
Oh, yes. The discount on spells. They gave you a discount on cost for spells. And I forgot to queue up a bunch of spells, and then...
and unqueue them to get the... Yeah. I mean, it's not a lot, but, you know, every drop counts. I think, obviously, you can't attack without any troops, unless you're just going in with your heroes. But I think the idea behind that event is just because, you know, people always complain about how, you don't use giants or something, and you feel like you have to train them up specifically just to take advantage of them, or, but I think the idea is they're just trying to, give you back some of the elixirs, make your army make your attack regardless of what your attack is, just a little bit cheaper, I think. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes, like, the events with the giants and whatnot, you don't gain anything from it unless you use giants. So, whereas, assumably, that's not a word, presumably, everyone takes some spells with them. Mm-hmm. So that had been great for farming with my jump spells. But I was farming for dark anyway. But I did like to take quakes, because something that I've learned is that I don't know. It's just more that whenever I drop my jump spells, they're not going where I think they go. So there was a lot of occasions where I had to drop like 3 jump spells just to get the thing that I needed. I don't know. I must have had a bad day where eye finger coordination was not happening there. Whereas because the earthquake's a bigger radius, it's a little bit more forgiving.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened, the spell event.
I did forget about that one. Clan games. I just want to say that I am absolutely the most excited about tier number 5. Because as if we didn't have enough of Builder Base, we needed to have another gold ruin for the Builder Base. Like, they're pounding it into us that we need to get Builder Base done for whatever reason, because 3 out of the last, 5 clan games have been builder base gold ruins. So thank you, Supercell. You were absolutely amazing. Those are amazing rewards, especially tier number 5.
Do you think that that is a sort of Supercell's own way to try and help you to get auto?
Probably.
So, you know, that might be why.
I already have auto.
Well, not everyone has auto, Jen.
Well, they should have gotten their crap together in the beginning, and they would have had it. I mean, I started Builder Base long after you did, and you've got auto.
But I've had auto for like ages. Yeah, I don't even want to know how much like loot I'm just not being. It's just the gems really you get from Builder Base now, isn't it? But yeah, so I mean I think the Builder Base rune is for to encourage you to get auto anyway, because you do have to build everything, don't you, before you get, and you have to get to specific levels of specific defenses.
But you need to get the hero to level 30. And have there been any elixir builder base ruins? No.
Well, Supercell gives you with one hand.
Yeah.
And slaps you in the face with another.
They're driving it home that, they didn't give me that gold rune that I wanted that one Clan Games, and now they're still sticking it in my face. They're like, here's another gold rune. Oh, wait, it's for the builder base.
Yes, they were thinking solely of you, Jen.
They are.
So, but in terms of the other rewards, what do you think? I actually get to actually have things now.
You get to get some stuff. I don't mind them. A book of building. The elixir rune will probably go to walls, just because my warden only has 1 level left, and then that's it for elixir stuff for me upgrading. So the elixir rune will definitely go to walls, because I'm almost done with my lab as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm taking the builder potions over the builder rune, and I'm taking the wall rings, I'm taking the shovel, even though I can't get any trees to spawn on my base to move them around where I want them. And then the power potion.
Are your trees not spawning?
Well, I don't know. I've got a couple in the places that I want them to be, but they're just, I've got a bush, and it seems like nothing else spawns. I don't know. I mean, I gotta move my one cake, and then I gotta move the tombstone.
Did you remember to, apply fertilizer, water your...
Well, maybe that's why. But yeah, Clan Games, the rewards are alright, but I think we will struggle to get the top tier this time. I really do, which is unfortunate, because I could use the elixir rune. The wall.
You need what, 13?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll be okay. There's still 4 days left, so.
We have 11 people in the clan.
Well, that's a whole nother saga that we'll not go into right now. But don't worry, I will try to do my my duties and get some recruiting done. But yeah, I mean, and let's not forget all the. You know how many clan game matches we've had already, and how many people I've kicked already.
Has there been lots?
Yes, there has been. And if by, I'll have faith, and let's say we do manage to reach that final tier, of which I have to say, I'm actually not fussed if we don't reach the final tier, which is quite surprising, because I have things to use them with. So I don't know. Maybe I've grown up.
Well, this one I wouldn't be so fussed because it's not a hero book or anything. Like, it's just a book of building. And for me, books of building, I mean, you're usually upgrading a defense. If you instantly upgrade a defense, that's instant war weight that you're adding. So I don't like to use a book of building anyway. Like I said, for me, the elixir walls.
Although I do save a book of building for cases where we're facing class that are exceedingly lopsided, and then you know,
and you can finish the defense.
Yeah. Of which, by the way, or war. Have you seen number 1?
No, I haven't. Is he max?
I was gonna ask you if you wanted me to insta upgrade anything.
Mother, he's got a level 3 pet house. He's got max scatter shots. He's got a max eagle.
And 1 inferno. Max.
And 1 inferno. Holy bugger! Nobody's doing the cannons. Nobody's focusing on their cannons.
The cannons. Well, yeah. I mean,
I like the green shots that come out of the cannons.
Oh, I said the cannons were the ones that look nice, didn't I? You were like, yeah, they're fine. You like the Tesla or something like that, didn't you?
I didn't know they shot green, but I do like the green that comes out of them.
See, you picked the wrong one to like. But yeah, so my base does not look like that, Jen.
He's got all of his storages done, so that's extra hit points. Oh my goodness.
So I was going to ask you if you wanted me to upgrade anything, but like, he is a lot more progressed than I am in my defense. So don't be expecting nothing in this war, Jen.
Yes, he is.
So.
Well, you better 3-star.
You're my backup, remember?
He's gonna crush over my base. Like, I've got my good base. I looked and I saw he was using
Yeti
bowlers.
Yeah.
So I've got my anti-spam base, but I'm still Town Hall 13, so I think he's gonna smush me.
Well, he's probably gonna smush me, so I wouldn't feel so bad. I mean, so he's like me in 2 months' time, basically. So, but I'm not going down that route because I'm not upgrading those things first. But yeah, so this war could be tough, FYI. Anyway, that was a slight divergence. I was going to say that in terms of the bigger building versus the Rune of Elixir, I would be in 2 minds actually what to get. And I know you can get the second reward, but you got the 100 gems there.
Excuse me, yes.
So I'm not sure what I'm gonna get. I'll probably, because the only reason that I would take the Rune of Elixir is for the Warden, because I'm actually nearly finished my lab. And
I know you didn't get much.
Yeah, so I was quite surprised with that. I've only let's see what we've got left. I've only got Valks, wall breakers, and archers to go. My barbarians are in. I chose barbarians over archers because I felt guilty that I didn't upgrade my Barb King, so he can have extra powerful minions while everyone else got a hero level. Because yes, I had put down 3 of my heroes, but not the Barb King, so I'm giving him some extra barbarians instead. Because normally people tend to choose the archer over the barbarian to upgrade first. So, but that was my compromise. After speaking with the Barb King, say you're not getting upgraded today. So I would only take the Rune of Elixir if I wanted to do my Warden, and do I actually have one in there? So yeah, I could take it Because, yes. So that's what I'm taking, actually. I've just talked it into a decision.
If we get it.
I'm taking the Ruin of Elixir because I've already got a bigger building, so I can actually take it anyway.
We get it.
Well, yeah, but that's fine.
Because, like I said, we only have 11 people in the clan.
Well, that's not our doing. People choose to be, yeah, we'll not go into that in this one. But our wars are going alright.
Yeah. We won our last one, even after all of that BS that we went through. This one is possibly going to be another red one, just because...
You just saw number one.
Well, I just saw number one, and I'm just looking at the war log, and, we're only on 2 in a row, and we like to keep our red ones close together, so...
Okay, fine. And let's not forget that I've forgotten how to attack, and I've just been farming.
Yes, you've just been farming, your heroes have been down, you've been out of war.
So, yeah, I'm setting your expectations here.
Maybe hit base number 3. I'll hit 2. And then we both can hit 1.
You think you can get number 2?
Is number 2? Why not?
Do
you think you can get number 2?
I'm worried about if I had to get number 3. No, I don't know. I just told you, I've been farming, my heroes have been down, I've not been jumping my jump spell properly. So, just don't expect good attacks as my advice to you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So that's where we're at with clan games. With the rewards, we might not max. We're definitely gonna try. Updates, changes that have affected our clan. Mostly for me, the recruitment tool, because it's piece of crap. They said they were going to make changes to make it better, to make it more user-friendly, so you don't have to spend so much time in the tool itself recruiting, and they made it worse.
So what I will say is I agree with what you've just said, but I will have a balanced view and actually say that just at the beginning of this week, because obviously we did our last podcast last week, but the beginning of this week was when that pop-up started appearing about do you want to still toggle into the recruitment tool. So while I think the user experience has definitely decreased, I think that actually the people in the... Now, let me just finish my sentence while you make, bar faces at me. But I don't think the quality of people have improved, let me just say. But I do think that the people that do want to join, that number has increased. As in, I have found that when I've been sending invites, more people are joining quicker, if that makes sense.
Can they read English? Because that's my problem.
I was just going to say. So while they come in, while I have seen an influx of people responding to my invites, that's not to say that the quality is good, is what I'm saying. But there is that definitely...
The quality could be good. The issue for me is that the tool is not learning that we have English in as our language now, and it's spitting out people that they come in, no English. It's just like, okay.
But the point, but again, people don't read the clan description or the setting that says, what language we speak in.
Clan chat English.
But and again, Supercell has not made it easy on themselves because they're not telling us how this thing learns, right? So when let's say a Brazilian guy comes in and says no English, does the language learner thing thinks, oh, that guy speaks English, that's a result, tick, let's get more Brazilians in. You know, and there are Brazilians that do speak English, but I'm just saying, because we don't know what it's trying to learn from. But I'm diverging again. What I'm saying is, I do find people respond to my invites faster. There's this perception that it has improved in terms of that responsiveness.
Well, because it's going to be the people that are more
exactly,
active
and
now.
that's good, right? Because then I'm not inviting people that are just dead bases or quit the game or whatnot. So I do see people responding quicker, but the quality is still crap. But at least if they're responding, I can at least churn them out faster. If that makes sense, rather than waiting until they dribble in. But yeah, so that's my opinion in that. User experience down. Responsiveness to invites up slightly, smidgen. Quality just still, level of crapness. So that's my review of the recruitment tool as it is now.
In summary, it's still crap. Moving on. Other update changes that have affected us, the CC changes.
Yes, so I asked you this question outside of the podcast because I was looking for what your opinion was whether, so we had a lot of people in our clan who were previously mechs and now moved to another town hall. And obviously new town hall days suck, right? Because you're at the bottom of the pile, you're farming, and you're no longer at the top of the pack, basically, of your town hall. Right, so you're back at the bottom. You're trying to struggle to figure out how to attack these town halls or your new lab army composition thing, right? So we have had a lot of people move to a new town hall, but then we've had this CC change, right? And there was a few wars after the update where you were like, oh, okay, so this is the war we're all gonna stuck on, right? So I was interested in wanting to know whether you thought that was a result of the CC change or whether it was the result of people moving to another town hall, because people that were max, they were used to getting also max CC troops and max records and whatnot, so they're feeling up, they're at that, that's their best time in the game on that town hall.
I don't think the CC affected the higher town halls as much as it affected the lower one, like the difference that they could take now. I don't think it affected the higher ones as much as it affected the lower ones. I think the ones that were failing at the higher level just had some funky plans and just didn't execute or executed and just used 10 spells to get 2 Infernos kind of thing. I think the CC changes definitely affected our 8s and our 9s mostly. Just because, like you said, you can't take, we've got Town Hall 9s that used to use Go Hobo, so you can't get max bowlers in there. That's less of a push inside the base. So, I mean, it's, and I mean, for our Town Hall 8, he would be able to 3-star Town Hall 9s because he was able to take max hogs. Now he can't, so that's going to be an adjustment for him because he's not going to be able to get those 9s where, normally he could. So I think the lower town halls definitely seeing that more. I don't think that, like I said, I think the higher town halls, I think it's just new town hall days and just not having a solid plan going into their war attacks. I don't think it's so much their CC. Because I don't think they really relied on their CCs as much as the lower town halls do, because it's so much more powerful, because they know they can get that value out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the higher town halls, like I said, it was just poor planning on some of their parts.
But doesn't that then have a ripple effect whereby they're going to have to dip now to cover?
I don't see us having to dip very often. I just see us having a lot more close calls than we normally would.
Mm-hmm. I think that's...
I see us not steamrolling bases. I see us, oh my goodness, like 3 seconds left getting a 3-star, or, you've got one dragon left and he's, puffing on the last little thing. So I don't think it'll be steamrolls anymore. I think it'll be normal 3 stars or close calls, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a fair assessment.
I think that's the way that it should be at the town halls. I like I said, I don't like when all you're seeing is steamrolling and 3-star after 3-star after 3-star. Like, the game should be challenging.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I think thankfully we did have a little bit of that buffer, just because our lower town halls were able to know how to hit bases that were slightly, maybe a new town hall up level up of them, that because there was this slight buffer whereby they had that knowledge and skill to do so, now that they've taken away, they're still able to compete at their town hall. They're just not able to always, beat. The chances of doing it on a town hall higher is less, but, and like you said, it's probably what it should be like. Whereas, I don't know, other people who need that max CC2 3-star at their own level of town hall, I think that's where the greater effect is coming from. So, which is why I was wondering whether you thought that the higher town halls would feel that, particularly with the town hall 10s. I thought, because how I've always said I felt that town hall 10 was easier to 3-star than town hall 9.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just whether there was that. Of course, all our town hall 10s are now 11s now, so really they won't.
We've got a new town hall 10, we've got a new town hall 11, and we've got a new town hall 12.
Yeah, but that new town hall 10 wouldn't have known what it was like to have a max CC or max wrecker or what have you. That new town hall 10 wouldn't have had it easy, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe. Just so you know, our max town hall 9 was able to log into an old account of his. I think it's almost max town hall 8, he said, and once he takes it to town hall 9, he would probably think about bringing it in or doing something with it, because he was going to take his other one to 10.
Yeah, I think I read that. I think he's one of the few people that actually enjoy Town Hall 9. I think he said he actually really enjoys Town Hall 9. Even, I mean, I know that there used to be the whole, Town Hall 9 for life thing, but I think he does actually enjoy the state of the game as at Town Hall 9 just now. So, but that's fine, and I'm glad he's been thinking about it. Actually, what does he want from the game? How would he play two accounts? How does one account affect the other? Because am I just gonna have to, should I have them at the same town hall? Should they be vastly different? And I think it's good that he's been thinking about things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just on that, we were going to give an update on our experiment. So first off, why don't you give a very 1 or 2 sentences about what our experiment is.
Our experiment was what was our experiment? Because the other day we were talking about our experiment and we kind of thought, two different things almost. But our experiment was at the beginning of the year. We wanted to see what it was like, to start from the beginning, to go through the little wars again, to see if, just using the CCs that we could provide ourselves, no hire troops, if we could play in wars, compete in wars, still win in wars, and just kind of, see how far we could make it to a certain point, with our minis still having success with them like that. So
yeah, because we started them at the beginning of the year and we wanted to see actually how long it would take to progress.
Right.
And
one of the other things that I wanted to see was where the balance was with 3 builders. Just seeing, if you kept all your builders down constantly and with your lab, where the balance was, like when they would both kind of finish at the same time, because there's certain town halls where your defenses, they fly by through so quickly and you still got a bunch of lab, and then there's other ones where you've got so much lab and your defenses are all done. So I just kind of wanted to see where the balance is. I'm thinking it's Town Hall 8. They recently did a lot of reductions with the lower town halls again, so that's kind of going to throw my plan out of skew a little bit, but we'll see. I think I'm about halfway through Town Hall 8 right now. I still have a lot of lab and I still have a lot of defenses, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe by the end of April, maybe middle of May, I should be maxed, I'm thinking. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think so we did go with the intention of, okay, because we're starting at the beginning of the year, right on the beginning of the year, we would see how long it would take to progress. But I think halfway through we sort of stopped and realised that we actually didn't stop and smell the roses on the way. And because of how the changes that Supercell has implemented since we've been at that town hall has shortened the lifespan of certain town halls, we felt we were whizzing through them way too fast. So there was a slight gap where we were like, okay, let's just take a breather and enjoy where we are at the town hall. So not quite accurate, but I mean, I think the experiment evolves as time passes. But so you're Town Hall 8, like you said. I am still Town Hall 7. Finally unlocked hogs. I mean, I remember like having to farm a lot. And it was hard, at 10:07 to get elixir, dark elixir for the research. It's the research that before the update, the research for the hogs was very very expensive for Town Hall 7. But yeah, so I finally have those, and so I'm able to, well, I have the troops to be able to restart at my level now. Let's see whether we have the skill. But I have the troops now. I just need to know how to use them. And yes, I think I'd stay Town Hall 7 for a while. But because I mean, I'm not maxed yet. I don't think. I think I've still got a lot of things left to go. But I mean, my walls are all done because of Hammer Jam. But Town Hall 7 was my favourite town hall. So I might stay there for a little while, I think. But yeah, no, I mean, how have our wars been going?
Well, we've got one pesky red one in our war log that we are trying to push out. I think we are probably about 8 or 9 wars away from pushing that one out. The last couple wars, I'm not going to lie, the last couple wars, I did some bad attacks and failed and, was left up to one of our other guys, and thankfully he came through, but I was sweating because the other clan had perfect war nest, and I was like, oh boy, don't let this be another red one. but honestly, we have this red one that we're trying to get rid of. After that red one, we've only got 2 wars that haven't been perfect. Every other war has been perfect. The war log is almost all green and gray.
But with these new changes to the CC,
yes. I think we've actually been getting a few more wins. I mean, we're still...
You think it's worked to our favour then?
Yeah, we're still matching up against, our same level. We're not pulling any 9s yet. We're still matching up against 7s and 8s. But, we've got some good bases too. And, I mean, we're not even maxed and we're getting defenses. So, it's looking up for us to get that red one out.
So it's doing, I guess the update, and it's what it was trying to do, is actually quite effective, and it's trying to make things a little bit more competitive at the lower level. Mm-hmm. Competitive as in you actually have to think about what you're doing. So that's good, so while, I think a lot of people here and there have said, no, this has ruined the game because, this is the only reason why I might join a level 10 clan, for example, so that I can get, like, super duper 10 or 14 troops or something like that. But for us and what we were how we want to play, I think it's been good. And it's because prior to that, in the experiment, in the clan, there was the wars that we faced. We faced a lot of clans that were like just taking max hogs and basically, steamrolling, like you said.
Max loons.
Not even trying, it's just...
That's what bothered me. They didn't even try. I mean, obviously they had in multiple 7s or multiple 8s, but they wouldn't even try and 3-star with regular troops. It would just be right away to the max troops, and it's just like how is that fun?
Well, different strokes for different folks, but if you're gonna steamroll us, you've got 2 attacks. You could do one that was like steamroll, and then the other one to see if you can get it without the steamroll. That would be one way if you wanted to balance the 2.
And I just want to say, I think it was while we were Town Hall 5, there was one war that I had brought in my Town Hall 10, I believe, and donated higher troops to get us that win. But then after that, everything has been our troops.
Yeah, because I think at the beginning, we weren't sure what we wanted to do yet. We were more like, well, if they steamroll us, then then we can steamroll them back if we wanted to. But then we chose to actually, say, okay, it doesn't matter, this is not why we're doing it. We want to see how good we can be without the max CC troops. So and that's what I mean by the experiment, finding our own feet in terms of what actually do we want to see what we can achieve. So my question to you is, Jen, as a Town Hall 8 and being at the top, so you're now the top, right? Is that different pressure? Is it the same pressure of being at the top? Because I'm assuming you've never been at the top as a Town Hall 8.
I have. It's still the same. It's still the same because I want to do well, and it's just if I don't, I know that somebody else has to, and it's just that added pressure of for them to get a 3-star, and there's still pressure. It doesn't matter if I'm Town Hall 5 at the top, Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, Town Hall 13, it's always pressure.
Mm-hmm. So it's not the fact that, you know, like at Town Hall 8 or like Town Hall 7, for example, we know that, you know, dragons and hogs can
Well,
crush.
I was just going to say, Town Hall 7 and 8, maybe a little bit less pressure, just because, I mean, honestly, there's 2 armies that you can use.
Well, at 8, there's a bit more, but...
But even still, with those 2 armies, I mean, if you mess up a funnel, it's easy to go wrong with drags. And if you hit a giant bomb with hogs, you're toast. So, I mean, like I said, there still is that level of, oh my god, you know, pressure. Because it's not a scatter shot, or it's not an inferno locking onto your queen, but the giant bomb, the double giant bombs, and, you know, mistaking or, you know, doing a funnel is just as devastating.
So you think it's the same kind of pressure?
I do.
I was just wondering because I didn't know whether you felt a little less pressure. Just
well, with our minis, it's definitely more relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure's off. Just because, I mean, it's our mini clan. It's, you know, our minis. So there's a little bit less pressure, but now, like, I'm serious. The last 2 wars, when I screwed up my attacks, it's like, oh my god, like, I was stressing because I'm like, if we have to get out another red one all the way at the top, like, what are we gonna do? So,
but that's not the pressure of the war itself.
No, but you know,
it's great. I like not being at the top. You know, it's great. Just like the other day, I woke up and the war had nearly finished. You know, I only had to hit the bottom base and we were done. And I was like, this is great. You know, none of this pressure. It's all done. You know, so I'm enjoying the ride. But I will caveat that probably because war starts when I'm asleep. So not because.
And that's just because, like, there are some times where, well, I forgot to do a war attack, and there are times where I just what time I get off work, and then by the time I get home, and oh crap, our little ones, and then I log in, and you know, it's war has already been and gone, and it's like, okay, well, let's just start it. And I mean, I'm not worried about time for our little ones, because I mean, it's 2 small attacks. We're not gonna, you know, miss those ones. It's not like we have to sit for half an hour and plan what we're going to do. It's at Town Hall 7 and 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've started them in the mornings. I just start them whenever, and I let them run for however long.
I know, Jen. I know. Because I'm like, oh, I need to check because I don't actually know whether we're in prep day or we in more day. Who knows? So, but I mean, if I'm playing the game, I should know, right? But yeah. So I mean, I'm still enjoying the experiment. Definitely a breather from, you know, all the shenanigans of what our main clan is about, and having to do, you know, the whole not having to recruit is amazing. For that, and just the general, well, yes, you know, we've chosen how our main clan is going to be, you know, what we're wanting from it, you know, and that's what we stick to. But some, you know, for the mini, it's just like,
Mm-hmm. And I just want to say, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're getting pretty close to clan level 10. I think depending on how many more wins we can get and not ties, because we only get half clan points for ties, depending on how many more wins we get, I think by the time we knock that red one out, we could be a level 10 clan. Just saying.
Now you jinxed us.
Maybe. Hopefully not.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, so still enjoying the experiment.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Can't fix stupid. Do you have one?
I do. Well, I do, but it's not ready yet. But I've got a different one. That's what I'll say. So you remember this one, whereby again going through recruitment and then new people coming on. You never know who or what type of player you're gonna get, right? So we had this town hall 7 join, and we go through the rigmarole. You know, show us how you attack. What can you do? Blah blah blah. Right, and then this is he asked us. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, isn't it?
I know which one you're going to say.
I'm going to look for the question because I'm like, what was the question he asked? Okay, so this is what he asked, right? So he said, what's the point of making a clan? And I'm just going to say verbatim because, again, I would like to say that I speak properly. I type as I speak. I don't. I try to form fully fledged sentences in chat, okay? I'm one of those old people that still, talking sentences. Okay, so this is what he said. He says, what's the point of making a clan if you not trying to be on top your literally acting sped right now? And, no spaces, well, no commas, no dots or periods or full stops, whatever. So I'm like trying to figure out what's he actually saying. But anyway, the whole point of what's the point of making a clan if you're not trying to be the top is what he's asking, right? So then I'm like, the top of what? What is it that you think our clan should be the top of, right? And he said, top of everyone, bro. You want to be the best clan there is with only active players. If y'all not doing that, then I don't know what you're doing here. And I'm like, top of everything, huh? And yet, somehow you as a 10 or 7 is going to be able to think that you're going to be able to get in a clan like that. And then he was like, oh yeah, I am. I'm like super active. I got to max 10 or 7 in like 2 months or something like that, he said. I'm like, seriously? I don't think that means that you're the top of everything. But yeah, so, and then, yeah, it was just, here, what was it? I said, something about, what did I say? Well, he also said, yeah, I said, sorry, it's just hard to read through all the gumph, right? But it was like, and then I said, I never said that we were active, right? Because what's active? Do you mean constant chatter? Do you mean donating? Do you mean winning awards? People have different definitions. And I was like, if you want to be a top tier clan, then yes. If you want to stay on the top, then yes. If you want to win this, yes, my friend, it is mandatory. So and then it's hard to understand what you're saying. But he did not last very long, let's just say. I guess. But it was odd, and I do find this, and I've mentioned it before, but sometimes they don't leave. Right? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you that we're not a top clan. I never said we were a top clan, but maybe you might want to go and find that top clan, right? And then he wouldn't leave. You're like, and I'm like, are you not going? And he's like, yeah, don't worry, I'm just checking out my options. I'm thinking it through, and I'm like, well, check out your options by yourself. Don't just take up a slot, I don't need you here, taking up space while you're thinking about your options. So, I think you kicked him. Because...
I think I did, because I was like, enough of this.
Yes. I mean, to be fair...
I did, because I was at work and I was on my coffee break and I'm like, I don't want to read this. I was just like, get out.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes when, you're recruiting, I will fully admit, sometimes I may pick on a particular person who comes in who is acting particularly special. Right, particularly special, then I might just sort of see, okay, what actually will it take for him to find that leave button? Because some of them don't actually know where it is. Did I tell you about this guy who was like, I don't know where the button is? I was like, oh my goodness, he must have always been kicked from his clans. Oh goodness. But yeah, so that's the Cat Fix story of the week. There's other things that are going on that I'm not ready yet, but you'll find out. It's just things that made me laugh, and I was like, I'll just take a screenshot.
I have one. It's not a Can't Fix Stupid, but you got called a new special word not that long ago.
A new special word?
Yeah.
I get called lots of words, Jen.
The special word that you didn't know what it was.
I did know what it was. You just didn't get my. You just didn't get my sarcasm.
I don't think you knew what it was.
I knew what it was. There's not many things that there could be. I was just being sarcastic because, like I said, I like to write in full sentences with grammar. But yeah, so
I thought it was pretty funny. The other day, tell everybody what you got called.
Well, it was this guy. This was the guy that called me he called me a spade. And then once he kicked him, I was being sarcastic because I was like, Jen, what's a spade? Is it like a goat or bread? You know. And you must have thought I was serious because you were like,
I did, because I think you were serious.
Oh, I was clearly being sarcastic because clearly I knew that the whole goat thing and the bread thing, you know. But yeah, so I get called lots of things. It's always a pleasure recruiting.
That was a first though. I have never heard anyone, or I've never seen anyone use that in the clan before.
Well, I mean, you know, people shouldn't throw stones if they live in glass houses, is what I'm going to say. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think that those are nice things to say. But yeah, you know, I mean, to be fair, Clash of Clans is helping me keep up to speed with, you know, the new lingo that goes around.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah. That's not the worst thing I've been called this week, so.
Yeah. But on that note, we will wrap things up here. Next week, we will probably talk about the recent goings-on in our clan, and we will talk about Clan War Leagues, because that will be starting next week, probably right after we do our next episode. And hopefully there will be another couple events just to kind of get us through after clan games, because there's a few days between. And we will see what else transpires in the next week. Maybe we'll talk about that.
Yeah, well, I'm personally hoping it's going to be a quiet week, because, yeah, you know why.
Hopefully.
But, okay.
But yes, we will see everybody next week.
Bye.